Then, yesterday as well in Norfolk, Virginia, Michelle Obama visited a second-grade classroom, and after reading a book to the kids, Michelle Obama asked them if there were any messages that they wanted her to pass on to her husband, the Messiah. Listen to this exchange that she had with an unidentified 7-year-old boy.
What do you think? Finish what we started in Iraq. Okay, I will finish that.
Well, did it sound like she... Could you hear what the little boy said? Could you hear what the little boy said? If you had, let me read what the little boy said. Okay, Michelle Obama. Okay, what do you think, little boy?
Well, I think that we can finish what we started in Iraq.
And a little silence from Michelle Mybell. She said, finish what we started in Iraq. I'll pass that along. Here is a 7-year-old who has more maturity than the Messiah. I'll never forget, I went down to Shreveport, Louisiana some years ago. I was asked to speak at an annual fundraiser that the PGA Tour's Hal Sutton and David Toms do. They're trying to build the equivalent of a St. Jude's Children's Hospital in Shreveport. And they do this golf outing every year. And David Toms got up and was to give me a few remarks before I got up and gave my stellar standing O remarks. And he was talking about a conversation he'd had with his son. At some point in his career, things were not going well, and he was not practicing as much. So he said, his son said to him, Dad, why don't you finish what you started? So I guess Tom's raising his kids and always said, finish what you start. Don't start it if you're not going to finish it. So here's a 7-year-old. Finish what we started in Iraq. And Michelle Mybell, she's probably expecting some question about SpongeBob SquarePants, and she gets finish what you started in Iraq. Here, let's play the bite again, and now that you know the little kid's in there, gauge Michelle Mybell's reaction.
What do you think? Finish what we started in Iraq.
Let's go back. Wednesday, Elkhart, Indiana, campaign event. Barack Obama, 7-year-old little girl says, why did you start running for president?
America is no longer what it could be, what it once was. And I say to myself, I don't want that future for my children.
Our children want you to finish what we started in Iraq. We, ladies and gentlemen, have put together another montage here of the Obamas bash America.
They claim to values or religion or antipathy towards people who aren't like them.
Barack knows that there's a hole in our soul.
I know my country has not perfected itself.
It's easier to hold on to your own stereotypes and misconceptions. It makes you feel justified in your ignorance. That's America.
We're confronting the history and stain of slavery in this country. We're confronting those scars.
For the first time in my adult lifetime, I'm really proud of my country.
America is no longer what it could be, what it once was.
I'm sitting there listening to this, and I'm thinking, I'm hearing sort of a cleaned-up version of what Jeremiah Wright thinks. America's chickens are coming home to roost. Evil white people. Back in just a second.